Having fast, secure and reliable round-the-clock access to every piece of information you need to do your job efficiently and effectively is imperative for commercial success. Irrespective of your location, whether you're office-based or on the move, you need data, client files, presentations, timesheets and everything in between instantly at your fingertips. To do all of this, you need a digitally agile workplace. So in this third video in our series of etiCloud product and service insights, we're going to look a little bit more into what specific products are actually required to create a digitally agile workplace. So for that point, I'm here with Jonathan Ashley, founder and director of etiCloud, and Mike Hague, customer excellence director, to find out a little bit more. So guys, Jonathan, if you could start talking a little bit about these specific products that you use to create these digitally agile workplaces for clients.
Sure. Hi, Kirsten. Thanks again for having us on.
Pleasure.
So we talked a little bit last time about, I suppose, the benefits of our digital agile workplace, and really how that system works for our clients and makes it easier for them to operate not just in the office, but obviously anywhere, anytime, so they're able to use it for their home working. I suppose just sort of getting into what goes into that particular hosted desktop product and some of the other added value sort of services that we sort of surround that product with. I'll just give you a quick run through, not to try and get too technical. I'm not very technical. I always tell my customers. But I'll just go through sort of the basics of what makes up that agile workplace, and then talk about a couple of other items that go into it. So really what we're aiming for is to give our customers the same look and feel as a lot of them will be used to. Most business customers are used to a sort of a Windows style desktop, Windows style screen that they log into. So it's really around giving customers that same look and feel as they'll be used to, almost making them feel like there's really nothing new to the actual solution that they're using. It's just that behind the scenes, there's a lot of things happening and that we control. So once we've got the right look and feel for them, we then give them the types of things that they're used to. Which will be their email. It's just their email. We manage that in the background, and we use what's called a hosted exchange system instead of actually using it on their premises they've been used to in the past. And then we give them the full suite of Office products that they'll be used to again. So Outlook, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, even Teams is now included with that as well, which we're obviously using today. And a lot of people have been grasping and using for communication tools while they've been working from home. What we then also do is, obviously that's not all customers use within their environments and the way that they work. There's lots of files that they've generated over the years, lots of folders that they store some of those files in, that they may use complex software applications, they may use many different types of software. So what we do is we effectively pick up all of that and really house that within the environment as well. So they have the same sort of look and feel, that they are able to save files and folders the same way as they used to and use the same sorts of applications that they've been used to. But of course, all of that is actually sat in the cloud as opposed to it being in the other places that you may have had it previously. So what that lends itself to is, I suppose, we're then able to run products off the back end of that in terms of whether we provide a backup solution. So if there's anything wrong with anybody finds out that there's some reasons that they need to roll back to a backup situation, we have that already stored, and we do that on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. We also have the ability, for example, to do full replication these days, where we can go back to a few seconds from the point in time where we need to roll back to, which is quite impressive. And then I suppose once we've got that piece right, and we've given them the ability to work anywhere at any time, we've given them that security wraparound, and then of course we provide the full support for each of our users. I suppose they're not users, they're staff members or employees. But what we're talking about when we say that is that anybody within our customers' organizations, if they're using the particular product, can pick up the phone and call us, and we will help them. It doesn't have to be a certain particular person from their staff. So obviously that's how the product really looks and feels and shapes, and the types of things you get within that. And above and beyond that, we start to then have this, use that as our nucleus, and start to then bring products in to sort of give it that harmony that you'd expect. And what that looks like is your typical business tools. So we obviously get into telephone solutions and telephone services. We have a couple of ways we do that. We can embed our telephone solution into the particular workplace, so that when people log into the particular workplace and have all the access to files and folders and things, they can also receive telephone calls through that system, and start to get into some unique ways of managing call flow. But as well, they would have a physical license for a telephone if they wanted a telephone on their desk. Albeit, nowadays people are opting more for sort of headphones. I'm obviously wearing some today, and also using their mobile phones as a business phone nowadays. So we have mobile apps that all come as part and parcel of the one license, and we can set that so that people can make and receive calls on their mobiles, displaying their business telephone number to their clients when they're making phone calls, which is quite interesting. And again, adding value to that sort of initial cloud basis that we're building on. And then what we look at is, because we're able to supply the reliability of the platform, and we typically promote sort of near 100% availability, so 5.9, so 99.999% of the time. In reality, as a business, we've run for 100% of the time since we started the business over 4.5 years ago. We can control that bit, and we have a good understanding, and we work with some partners on that. IBM is one of our business partners that we work to achieve those sorts of levels. The piece that we can't necessarily control, that we've started to try and integrate more with, is that piece between the customer's back door and the access point into the cloud. And generally that's supplied by customers purchasing internet connections or connectivity connections. So what we've looked to do is now to bolster those services. And whether a client has their own internet connections or whether they purchase some internet connections from us, we can start to visually see that by putting in what we call a software-defined wide area network. And effectively, that's a firewall we're able to use on both ends of the connection at any of the offices that are being used. And we can start to see the traffic that's passing. We can start to see if there's any issues with latency or packet loss and that sort of thing. We've had some issues today, even with this video call initially, and so it helps to potentially get around those sorts of things, and that we can smooth some of those things over, and certainly start to interact with the service providers that are providing those backbone services, so the BTs in this world, Virgin Media, and others that provide those services. And what it means often is that we will pick those up before there's actually any issues raised with us, and in most cases we're contacting our customers to say, we've noticed an issue on your primary connection, everything's dropped onto your secondary connection, but we're already on it, and we are already making sure that the particular provider, whether it's something that they contract for themselves or contract through us, we're already picking that up and making sure that the ISPs adhere to the timelines within the SLAs and things. So those are a couple of things, and then there's additional value-add products that we're starting to introduce into our platform, some through ourselves, also some through partners, all aimed towards really, I suppose, having a true partnership with our customers by giving them access to products and services that they want, as opposed to just being a traditional sort of supplier, where there really isn't that engagement or interaction. There's no sort of strategic direction as the relationship flourishes. Okay.
So lots and lots of different things going on there, lots of different products and services that you can build into creating this digital agile workplace to create a bespoke solution for each individual client, and something that can move forward with them as their business develops as well, by the sounds of it.
Yeah, and I guess our basic premise is the more that we look after for our customers, the better we're able to provide that customer excellent service. And I think Mike will probably go on to have a talk about really something that's really close to his heart. But if you imagine, the more information we have about our clients, and the more that we have, the more control we have of those various interactions in terms of the product selection, we have the resources in-house and the technologists in-house to help resolve those particular issues. And it means, because we have more information about how that service is being delivered, because we're delivering it, means that we can ensure that we are providing a much better service to our clients. So it's something that we've seen over the years, that as that trust develops in the relationship, we're able to really partner with our customers and look for that true partnership and expand the services onward with them.
Fantastic. Well, we look forward to speaking with Mike then very shortly about some customer excellence and how you guys are doing that. Anything to add there, Mike, at the end of this video?
I think the only thing I would possibly add, Kirsten, is that digital agility kind of changes from client to client. It means various things with various people, and I think some of the work we've done recently on the kind of near live videos that we've been having with our clients illustrates that, because what's important to them in terms of agility differs from each. Some it may be the ability to have flexible home working, but others it might be the fact that they can acquire better talent through that, rather than it just being because of the time of workforce they have. So the nice thing is that flexibility is mirrored in the agility that we can offer through the product set. So really it's about matching our clients' needs to those particular services that suit it best, really.
Yeah. Absolutely. That's really interesting and insightful, both of you. Thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it. And I look forward to speaking with you both again very soon.
Thanks a lot, Kirsten.
Thanks, Kirsten.
See you later.
Take care. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.